Hi, welcome to lessonswithtroy.com. I'm Troy Brenningmeyer. Well, in this week's lesson, we're back to the C6 lap steel, tuned C, E, G, A, C, E from your lowest to your highest string. And this is going to be volume number 2 of my Understanding the Fretboard series. And in this one, we are learning what I'm calling secondary scale positions and patterns. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so what do I mean by secondary scale positions? Normally when you play a major scale, you'll play it in root position, that being where your root note is on your 6th string. Take the key of C, for example. That's what this lesson's going to cover. We're going to be working with the key of C. Okay, root position would either be on your 12th fret or open, because that C note, your root note of that major scale, is on your 6th string. And that's either on your 12th fret or, like I said, open. Well, what I'm showing you today is taking a different position or a different way of looking at the neck. So instead of root position, we're actually going to be working more around the 4 and the 5 chord of our key. So if we're in the key of C, our 1 chord C, 12th fret or open, our 4 chord is going to be F, and then our 5 chord is G. Keeping in mind all these are 6th chords because I'm strumming all 6 strings. So what we're going to do is we're going to be working more around this position off your 4 and your 5 chord position. Let me show you. So if you want to play a major scale here in root position up here on your 12th fret, you'd have to go way up here on your 12th fret, and you're going to be working more with these lower strings, right? That would be our C major scale in root position. What I'm going to be showing you today are different ways of playing out of this secondary position. For example, here's a C major scale built more around your 4 and your 5 chord positions. Okay, because you're using these upper strings, a lot of times it's a lot clearer. It gives you a different tone than when you're using these lower strings. So let's go ahead and get going here, and we'll be working off of the secondary scale positions, but keeping in mind that basically we're working more around our 4 and our 5 chord root positions as opposed to our 1 chord root position. So it'll really open up the neck for you. You'll know the scales in root position, you know, from Understanding the Fretboard Volume 1, and in this one you can understand where to get those scales also around your 4 and your 5 chord of your key. And everything's movable in this lesson too. So you can play it in any key you want. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here's version number 2 of the C major scale in secondary position. It looks and sounds like this. And then back down. Now, as I kind of watch what I'm doing here, I am using some palm blocking here. You know, anytime I want to cut a note off short, I roll my hand back and mute out with the heel of my hand. I do have my bar slightly tilted up. You know, I am using a shear horn stainless steel bar that allows me to kind of tilt it up just a little bit. But if you have a round bar, you just want to get a good clean sound, and keep in mind I am kind of, you know, getting, you know, each note. I'm not letting other notes ring out. I'm playing each note individually. I might kind of slide into a note or slide down from a note, you know, to kind of smooth it out, and that sounds real good. But just try to make it as clean as you can, and use some palm blocking there. Get your hand in front of the bridge. And also some vibrato. You know, you can bring these notes to life and make the whole thing sound real musical. Okay, let's check this out. We start same place we started before. 4th string, 5th fret. Playing that with my thumb. And the right hand fingering doesn't matter so much with this. You know, basically I might play multiple notes with one finger. A lot of times on this first string I'll use my middle finger. On the lower strings I'll use my thumb. So don't get too caught up in your right hand, playing it the same way every time with your right hand. Okay, so I will show you though, and tell you what I'm doing. Thumb, and then index, and that's 5th fret, 4th string, 5th fret, 3rd string. Then go back to your 4th fret, 2nd string, and then 5th fret, 2nd string. Go up to your 1st string, 3rd fret. We're just going to walk it up. 5th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret. So notice the difference here. Here was the first one we learned. Okay, this one, a lot of the notes are what would be in front of the bar, right, or to the right of our bar. And in this one, the version number 2, a lot of our notes are behind the bar, except for, when we walk it up on that first string. So kind of keep in mind, these shapes, how they look, how they sound. But sometimes you might be playing, if you're improvising or whatnot, you might want to grab notes and you know where you're at, in front of the bar and behind the bar. That's what I'm kind of getting at here. Okay, so once again, version number 2, here we go. 5th fret, 4th string, 5th fret, 3rd string. Move up to your 2nd string, fret 4 to 5. Go to your 1st string, 3, 5, 7, and 8. Then you bring it back down, 8, 7, 5, 3. Go to your 2nd string, 5, 4. Go to your 3rd string, 5, 5. Notice when I play on the same string, a lot of times I don't take my bar off. I leave my bar on, and I just, if I do want to mute, want to break those notes out to where it isn't so, so slidey, I might use some palm blocking or pick blocking and just, play the note, mute it out right when I'm moving. So basically, as I'm moving my bar, I touch the string and mute it out. That's good. That's a good practice right there and a good technique to work on. So there's one way of doing it where you mute out everything as you play it. Here's another way where you don't mute out and you kind of slide into each note. And right there, that sounds kind of cool to, on your 3rd string, just to kind of slide down just a little bit. Basically 5 to 4 and then ending on 5th fret, 4th string. You're basically ending, the note would be like that on your 3rd string, 3rd fret, but we're ending it there. Just different ways to kind of bring a scale to life and make it sound a little bit more musical instead of just a scale. See right there, I kind of cut off each note with palm blocking. Okay, let's go ahead and tackle version number 3 now.